Well, talking about school anime, of course, the main character and background are not far from school things, like students, teacher, and school itself, from elementary, middle to high school. With the input of several elements such as comedy and romance, school anime definitely has its own attraction. Welcome back to our channel, and today I'll give you the list of the most anticipated school anime of winter 2021. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe this channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest video. So let's get started. Number 5. Yakuchara Tomazaki-kun. Finally, after a long wait, Yu Gi Yaku's novel entitled Bottom Tier Character Tomazaki was adapted into an anime. By carrying out the genre of romance and comedy, this school-themed novel has successfully sold more than 500,000 copies. Apart from being adapted from an anime novel, it is also gets a manga adaptation which was launched in Square Enix magazine in December 2017. Fumiya Tomizaki is a gamer and one of the main characters in this anime. According to him, real-life games are one of the worst. There are no clear rules for success. It is unbalanced and it doesn't make sense. In contrast to Hinami Aoi, where she considers life to be the greatest game of all, through a strategy guide with a game called Life. Since meeting Aoi, Fumiya's view of life has begun to change. Together with the main heroine Hinami Aoi, from the point of view of school students through games. Number 4. Horimiya. The series from Horimiya is a romantic comedy background among the high school students, where there is a high school student named Kyoko Hori who is famous in the school. Unfortunately, because her parents always go out to work, Hori must take care of her younger siblings and take care of household chores, which ultimately takes up her time and leaves no opportunity for socializing at school. Meanwhile, Izumi Miyamura is known as a bespectacled otaku in her school, but in reality, outside of school, he is a person who has many piercings and tattoos on his body. Even Miyamura is not good at studying. Before the anime series is launched in January 2021, the Horimiya anime has received 4 previous OVA adaptations. Even though the graphics shown in the OVA are very old school, but in terms of the storyline, it is almost the same, namely Horimiya's daily life. Oh yeah, one more fact, the title of the anime is taken from 2 main characters, Hori from Hori Kyoko and Miya from Miyamura Izumi. Number 3. World Trigger Second Season. After waiting for a long time, eventually the anime series entitled World Trigger will get Season 2. The manga from the World Trigger itself was stopped because the mangaka Daisuke Ashihara was sick, so that the manga continued in 2018. A little synopsis of this series is for nostalgia. Set in a gate to another world that opens on Earth, through which gates emerge creatures called neighbors. Ordinary military weapons cannot kill or even injure the creature. So, he founded an organization called the Border Defense Agency with special weapons called triggers. The story begins in the town Mikado. Osamu Mikumo, a member of the border training. Well, he used a trigger weapon outside the headquarters. Even though he's still in training, Osamu feels he's doing the right thing to save civilians from the threat of his neighbors. In Season 2, it still tells how the border organization fought its neighbors on Earth. Besides having good graphics, this anime features many action scenes that make this anime a must-watch if you like the action genre. Number 2. Yuru Camp Second Season. Finally, the Yuru Camp anime series releases Season 2. This comedy and slice-of-life genre anime tells a group of high school girls who really like camping. The story begins when a high school teenager named Shima Rin, who was camping alone near Mount Fuji, who then accidentally met Nadeshiko Kagamihara, who had just moved to the area. Because it is late at night and the distance from the house is quite far away, Nadeshiko is afraid to go home and asks Rin for help. At the end of the night, Rin and Nadeshiko camp and spend the night together. Long story short, Nadeshiko and Rin went to school. From that night, Nadeshiko began to like camping and wanted to join the camping club at school. Met her with Inuyama and Ogaki, members of the camping club. Together with other friends such as Inuyama, Ogaki, Rin, and Saito, they all go camping together at the end of the year. In Season 2, they still continue their activities in camping, either with a camping club or traveling alone. Number 1. 5 Toubun no Hanayomi. Even though the manga is over, the anime itself is still continuing. Plus, we will see 5 more beautiful Nakano siblings that are uncomparable. It tells the story of a high school boy, Futaro Usugi, who experienced financial problems that caused him to work part-time as a private teacher to have 5 sisters study until they graduate from school. But along the way, they have something in common, that they all hate studying and have bad grades. These 5 girls like and want to do anything but study. Their private teacher, Usagi, is quite smart and nimble. He opened private lessons because of economic problems. And his students are 5 beautiful daughters of rich businessmen. However, he won't be paid if the 5 girls cannot graduate. Futaro has to think of plan according to the mindset of each girl in order to make them graduate and get him paid. Many things have happened between them. There are also facts that come from the past related between Futaro and the 5 siblings. Well, that is the list of the most anticipated school anime of winter 2021. Is there any anime on this list that you have been waiting for a long time? If there is, write in a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys on the next video. Bye!